Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Resale Niche. My name is Mo, and on this channel, we'll discuss everything to do with reselling, including selling on places like eBay and Amazon. And today, specifically, we're going to be talking about international shipping and the differences between eBay's global shipping program and what they're calling eBay's international standard delivery. So let me put this on the screen really fast. This is a copy of one of my business policies for first class shipping. And if you scroll down here, you can see the section where it says international shipping. So I have global shipping set up, but I also provide eBay's, I believe it's a 2-3 year old process of shipping, eBay International Standard Delivery. And I'm finding that this is causing me a few issues now. So most likely I will be switching and getting rid of eBay International Standard Delivery and offering a more specific service. I'll probably just add more policies because right now I just have 3 or 4. And anyway, so let me get into why I'm having an issue. I had an issue with a customer.
What?
To be honest, they didn't really have something that they did wrong. I shipped an item. It was a remote control car, and it was sold as is. It was in a lot that I had bought, and it did not have. It was not complete. It did not have a remote control with
What
it.
is
So I
that?
put that in the description. Very clearly put that in there. I think I even have this in one of my previous what solds, and it sold. Everything was good. And then I got one of those emails saying, you know what, this is incomplete. I want to have a return. So we automatically accept returns. I simply responded back saying, well, in the description, actually, it's not technically incomplete, but you know what? How about I give you 20 bucks? I
Oh
should be
yeah.
able to cover just the price of a remote for that item, and you can keep the item, no problems. They refused. They said, no, we want the full price. And that's where things got a little odd. Basically, I was trying to set up return shipping, and that wasn't possible. Simply because when it comes to international standard delivery, eBay doesn't facilitate a return shipping label, so you have to go outside of eBay to get it. So basically, eBay said go to a third-party company, get a shipping label. Now, this was shipped to Canada, which you would think wouldn't be that expensive, but it turned out being. Um, Basically, I would have been paying more for shipping to have it shipped back to me than the total cost of the item plus the original shipping. So I said, you know what, that's a no go. So I called up eBay and I said, you know, what can we do? I've offered them a discount and they don't want it. They just want to return the item. So I get that. That's fine, but I can't give them a label. And so what eBay did was they said, okay, reach out to the customer again, which I did. And I heard nothing back. So then finally, eBay put the case on hold. They froze it for 5 days. And in the notes, it said, case being put on hold to research a better way for us to get the customer to send the item back. Now, this ended, I believe, on about a week ago. And what happened was the second that the case expired, midnight of that day, automatically eBay refunded the customer their full whatever they paid plus the shipping, and the case was closed. And I got an email simply saying case has been closed in the buyer's favor, and the customer has been refunded in total.
Oh my God.
So I said, okay, I guess that's better than me spending more than that amount to um, send them a label and then get the item back, and it might be missing, and then who knows what. Anyway, so I didn't really think too much about it until I went in, I looked under my defects, and I had a defect now. Also, under the defect, it said this defect is not one that can be contested. I forget the exact wording. Basically, you couldn't contest it. You could not say anything to eBay about it. It was closed, and they said you can appeal if you would like, but that's as much as we can do. So I called in, and I also sent in a message through uh, eBay for Business on Facebook, and I was able to get a response back. But basically, they were confused about why I couldn't create a shipping label. So I actually sat on the phone with a customer service agent while they went in and they tried to figure out how to send a shipping label back to the customer, even though the case had been closed. And they came to the conclusion that I had come to before, that there was no way to send an international shipping label return back to them, um, which makes a lot of sense because, long story short, eBay's international standard delivery is, I believe it's consolidated shipping. So they send, I don't know, 500 items to that same city, all palletized and sent one way. So obviously that's going to be cheaper per item than when you're going to send it back. So when I'm sending it back or having it returned back to me, I'm going to only be getting one item back. So that's going to be a lot more expensive. So, that $30 or $40 I might have paid to have it shipped there is going to be double or triple that to come back. So, anyways, they were unable to come up with a solution. And the only solution that eBay had was that I contact the customer and ask them to return the item, and then I could refund them after the fact. So I emailed them, no response. I emailed them and said, you know what, I'll pay for it. I'll send you a shipping label. No response. Because I'm basically at this point just trying to get rid of that defect. So this went on for about a week, and then I emailed eBay. I called eBay again, and the response I got was slightly different this time. Because the customer had not responded to my email, and because I had put in the email, please just send me at least some tracking information to prove that you have shipped the item back. Because they hadn't responded to any of that, eBay actually overturned the case. And let me pull up the email so you can see that. So you can see I'm not just making all this up. Okay, so here's the return case. Here's the case outcome. Good news, we reviewed your case. It will refund you $81.37. After reviewing the case, we changed the original outcome of this case. This case will not affect you. Now, September 9th, this is actually, it started a long time before this. I offered them $20. They said no, I need a full $81 refund. Then the case was opened, put on hold, resolved. That was when they froze everything and appealed, and then appealed again. So anyways, long story short, I kind of feel like this is not really a win-win at all. And I've heard this, I was listening to Scavenger Life yesterday. I don't know if it was a recent episode or not, but another person had sold like an iPad, and basically the eBay had refunded the customer because the customer said they got an empty box. And then after they went in and appealed, eBay ended up refunding the seller and the buyer. So I kind of feel like this is a waste of time and money, and it's pretty costly. The fact that eBay refunded me $81.37, the customer was refunded $81.31, and also kept the item, I kind of feel like this is opening the floodgates to fraud, scammers. This is not real. I mean, I understand and I appreciate that eBay stepped in to fix the situation, but I kind of wish that that something else, some other resolution had taken place. Because if they're going around refunding everybody, that takes a lot of resources. They were taking all my calls, my emails, my Facebook messages, and money on top of that. So I don't know what you guys think about this. I mean, should I just, be quiet and just be happy that I got my 81 bucks back? Probably. But at the same time, I feel like this is an inefficient way, took a lot of time, and there has to be a better solution. Number one, I would say international standard shipping delivery, whatever they're calling it. There has to be a way to facilitate a return shipping label, and it has to be automated. So there's none of this back and forth. My suggestion to eBay was to offer some kind of a coupon for the amount of the shipping paid by the buyer. Now, I understand that when you pay, if I was to pay to ship something internationally, a person sending it back to me may not get that same rate. Maybe I have a better discount to them. Obviously, I'm sending it through eBay. eBay has a much better discount than I do. And or they can consolidate the shipping, like I said, send 1,000 items to the same city and pay a much lower per item cost for shipping. I get that, but my suggestion to eBay was come up with some kind of thing where the buyer will get refunded for whatever they paid. Maybe that doesn't cover the entire amount. Maybe it only covers a quarter of the amount, but at least it would be something they could automate and they could do it right away. Because right now, what eBay has spent $81.37 to me, and I understand that the buyer has got their money back too. So they have $81.37. But I feel like that's a waste of money and I feel like it's inefficient and you're opening yourselves up, like I said, to scammers. So let me know what you guys think in the comments if that made any sense at all. I kind of feel like there has to be a better solution to have international returns because we are shipping more and more internationally. And the global shipping program is very expensive. I mean, to pretty much every country. The cost of customs, the added costs that they put on top, and I get why it's more expensive, but at the same time, if I was a buyer overseas looking to buy something from the US or whatever country you're going from and to, you don't want to pay that if you don't have to. I mean, for example, I'm guessing the global shipping program for this would have been double that. So anyways, I'm rambling at this point. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And do you use global shipping or do you use international standard delivery, or do you specifically pick the international shipping service, i.e., US Priority Mail or FedEx International, UPS Worldwide? Actually, there's no FedEx here, but UPS Worldwide would be the other option. Anyways, thank you for watching, and please check out our other videos. Have a good one. See ya. Bye.
Bye.